Nas Daily, once a name that inspired millions, a creator who turned one-minute videos into a movement. His stories brought the world together, from bustling markets in Asia to serene deserts in the Middle East. He wasn't just a content creator, he was a global phenomenon. But fame, like a double-edged sword, cuts both ways. While his videos promise connection and authenticity, cracks began to form beneath the polished exterior. The man who once seemed untouchable is now at the center of controversy. What happened to the storyteller who captivated us all? How did the rise of Nas Daily turn into a story of greed, exploitation, and division? Behind the feel-good moments, a darker truth lingers, a truth that has left audiences questioning everything. Did Nas lose his way in the pursuit of fame, or was this fall inevitable? This is the untold story of Nas Daily's rise and the shocking fall that followed. Stay tuned as we uncover the controversies, mistakes, and lessons behind his meteoric success. Nazir Yassin, better known as Nas Daily, wasn't just another content creator. He was a breath of fresh air in the crowded world of social media. With his infectious energy and relentless optimism, he brought stories to life in just 60 seconds, leaving his audience inspired and eager for more. But Nas's journey wasn't always as polished as his videos. Born with a drive to explore and connect, he took a leap of faith that most people only dream about. He walked away from a secure, high-paying job at Venmo, a job many would cling to for life. Why? Because he believed the world deserved more than spreadsheets and financial transactions. It deserved stories, real stories of people, cultures, and places. With nothing more than a camera, a passion for storytelling, and a ticking one-minute timer, Nas redefined how we consume content. He traveled to places we could only dream of, remote islands, vibrant cities, and humble villages, and shared stories that celebrated humanity's diversity. One moment, he'd show a village elder passing down traditions. The next, a young innovator changing lives. His formula was simple: 1 minute, one story, one impactful message. It worked. Nas's videos exploded on Facebook, where they dominated feeds and racked up millions of views. Collaborations with local creators, glowing media coverage, and a rapidly growing fanbase followed. In no time, Nas had become a global sensation, a household name across cultures and continents. But as the spotlight grew brighter, so did the shadows behind it. Beneath the feel-good stories and viral success, subtle cracks began to appear. Some questioned his motives, others his methods. Was it all for the love of storytelling, or was something else driving him? What started as a leap of faith and an ode to connection would eventually give way to accusations of exploitation, greed, and division. The same qualities that catapulted Nas to fame would soon set the stage for his fall. Stay with us as we uncover how Nas Daily's meteoric rise paved the way for his controversies and the lessons hidden beneath the surface. Nas Daily's journey wasn't just one of inspiration. It was also one of missteps and controversies that would shake his carefully constructed image. The rise of Nas wasn't without its stumbles, and few stumbles were as public or damaging as the scandals that began to define his later career. Let's start with one of the most infamous moments in Nas Daily's career, the Wong Od Academy scandal. At first, it seemed like another win for Nas. He created a viral video celebrating Wong Od, a 104-year-old Filipino tattoo artist whose craft has been passed down for generations. The video highlighted the intricate art of traditional tattoos, preserving a cultural practice that fascinated audiences around the world. It was the kind of story Nas thrived on: authentic, emotional, and deeply human. But then, Nas made an announcement that would change everything. He revealed plans for the Wong Od Academy, a feature on his Nas Academy platform that would teach this ancient tattooing art to a global audience. On the surface, it sounded like a noble effort to preserve a dying tradition and share it with the world. However, the backlash was swift and severe. Wong Od's granddaughter took to Facebook, accusing Nas of exploiting their culture without proper consent. Her post was raw, emotional, and damning. "My grandmother did not agree to this. This is a scam. People are taking advantage of our culture. The word spread like wildfire, igniting outrage among Filipinos who saw this as a blatant disrespect to their tribal heritage. The controversy didn't stop at social media. Authorities in the Philippines began to question the legitimacy of Nas Academy's operations. They pointed out that the intellectual property of Wang Odi's art didn't just belong to her. It was tied to the entire village. What started as a seemingly innocent tribute turned into a nationwide scandal. Faced with mounting pressure, Nas made the decision to pull out of the Philippines entirely, shutting down the Wang Odi Academy and other operations in the country. But the damage was done. He lost over 500,000 followers in the wake of the controversy, and the once celebrated storyteller was now under a cloud of distrust. And yet, this was only the beginning of his troubles. As the dust settled on the Wang Odi controversy, Nas found himself entangled in another storm, this time involving the world of cryptocurrency. In 2021, Nas released a glowing video about Sam Bankman-Fried, founder of the cryptocurrency exchange FTX. Nas described him as the most generous billionaire, a man committed to giving away much of his wealth to charitable causes. For a time, the video painted Bankman-Fried as a hero. But just 1 year later, FTX collapsed under allegations of fraud and money laundering. Bankman-Fried was arrested, his empire in ruins, and the irony was impossible to ignore. Nas's endorsement wasn't just poorly timed. It became a glaring symbol of misplaced trust and sensationalism. But it didn't stop there. Nas released another video praising Changpeng Zhao, better known as CZ, the CEO of Binance. Titled The Most Humble Crypto Billionaire, the video aimed to showcase CZ as a relatable, grounded figure in the world of tech. However, Binance soon found itself embroiled in legal troubles, with accusations of money laundering and breaking financial sanctions. These incidents raised serious questions about Nas's judgment. Was he promoting individuals based on genuine stories? Or was he chasing clicks without vetting the facts? The public began to criticize him for prioritizing sensationalism over responsibility. The cracks in his reputation widened. For many, these crypto missteps weren't just isolated mistakes, they were part of a pattern that suggested Nas cared more about creating viral content than ensuring the accuracy or integrity of the stories he told. And, as we'll see, this wasn't the last time his choices would come under fire. The Cacao Project, what could have been a chance for Nas Daily to support meaningful change, turned into yet another controversy that raised questions about his true motivations. This was not just about a missed opportunity. It was a moment that would leave many questioning the man behind the stories. Louise Mabulo, a young Filipino entrepreneur, had a vision. Her initiative, the Cacao Project, was designed to empower local farmers by teaching them sustainable farming practices and giving them a chance to thrive. It wasn't just about agriculture. It was about dignity, community, and hope. When Louise invited Nas to feature her project, it seemed like a perfect fit. Nas was known for spotlighting inspiring stories, and the Cacao Project offered everything: an uplifting message, a passionate founder, and a chance to make a real impact. Farmers, families, and the entire community looked forward to the attention this could bring to their cause. But instead of amplifying their efforts, Nas reportedly dismissed the Cacao Project outright. According to Louise, Nas said that no one wants to hear about farmers or farms. It wasn't clickable enough, he allegedly claimed. Imagine the disappointment. A project built to empower and uplift was brushed aside as unworthy of attention. For the farmers who had placed their hopes in this moment, it was a crushing blow. Nas's rejection wasn't just about the project. It felt like a dismissal of their lives, their work, and their struggles. 2 years later, Louise decided to speak up. In a heartfelt and viral Facebook post, she detailed her experience with Nas, accusing him of valuing clicks over meaningful impact. Her words struck a chord, not just with Filipinos, but with audiences around the world who had begun to question Nas's authenticity. In response, Nas released a video attempting to discredit Louise's claims. He presented his side of the story, but the damage had already been done. Instead of clearing his name, the video deepened the public's distrust. Viewers saw it as another attempt to spin the narrative in his favor. a move that had worked in the past, but now rang hollow. The more Nas tried to defend himself, the more his audience questioned his integrity. In 2022, at the prestigious Davos Summit, Nas Daily found himself face-to-face with a rising content creator, AI Yamini. Known for his sharp insights on environmental activism, AI posed a simple yet powerful question. What's your stance on global warming? It should have been an opportunity for Nas to share his thoughts or engage in meaningful dialogue. Instead, it marked the beginning of a feud that would spiral out of control. Rather than addressing the issue, Nas brushed it off. His response was vague, defensive, and evasive, leaving AI and onlookers unimpressed. "We've done more for the climate than you have," Nas retorted, a statement that felt more like deflection than substance. This moment didn't go unnoticed. For AI Yamini, the dismissive tone wasn't just frustrating, it was a call to action. The seeds of a much larger conflict were planted. AI Yamini took the encounter online, challenging Nas to a public debate. It was a bold move, and to many, it seemed unlikely that Nas would agree. But to everyone's surprise, he did. The debate finally took place, but when Nas uploaded his version of the footage, something was off. AI's face was blurred, his questions edited out, and the narrative reworked to make Nas appear victorious. Viewers quickly noticed the discrepancies, and the backlash was swift. Comments flooded in, accusing Nas of manipulating the story to protect his image. Far from silencing his critics, he only amplified their voices. The fallout was swift. Across platforms, followers began to unfollow, unsubscribe, and disengage. Fans who had once eagerly awaited his one-minute stories turned their backs, disillusioned by the man they had supported. What do you think the future holds for him? Redemption, reinvention, or retreat? Let us know in the comments below. After all, this isn't just a story. It's a reflection of the challenges we all face in a world that's changing faster than ever.